Welcome to S&T Chats. We bring you bizarre, hilarious, and mind-blowing videos.
Remember to subscribe for more.
Alright, now let's get on to our topic of the day. Alright, did you know that the new WuKong game?
The black WuKong, right?
Yeah, that.
Yes.
So now that the game came out, it's been a while, yes, I know. A lot of the scenarios in the game are actually inspired from real historical temples in China.
The scenery, right?
The scenery, yeah. And then now that the game is super popular, a lot of the fans, they found where the actual inspo came from. Right, so then the fans went to go to these historical sites to look at the actual thing. And then we have a couple of videos that I want to show you. Here's the first one.
佛门前寒差评再一次建，因为黑神话悟空过河，所以山西小西天对游客开放。但是由于人太多，秩序混乱，游客就在佛门前大喊差评。这个小西天它本来不是景区，是文物保护单位啊，根本容纳不下那么多人，这怎么能怪小西天呢？而且当地政府很早就发公告了，希望去参观的游客多一点包容，少一点抱怨。
So in the video we saw, the temple name is called 小西天. 小西天 is a historical temple. So it's not even a temple specifically for tourists. It's a historical temple that's meant to be preserved.
So it's an actual temple.
It's an actual temple, yeah. And then in the video, a lot of the fans who went to this historical temple was very unhappy with how long it took, how bad it is. There's no space, and it
they're complaining that it's so small and that it's not a tourist spot.
Right.
When it's not.
Exactly.
It's a temple where actually people pray, right?
Exactly.
It's a temple.
Yep. And then they got so mad that in the video they're like, I'm gonna give you bad reviews. I'm gonna give you bad reviews. And you have to understand that this is not a tourist location. This is just a historical temple.
Yeah, the people there is only like 80,000.
80,000.
That whole little town.
Yeah.
Okay, but it says the population is around 80,000 people. But a lot of people are coming to this place because of this Black Monkey King video game. Because the scenario in it is from that temple.
Yep. It also says that this is the town's first time welcoming this many.
I'm just mind blown that such a place have to be like, oh, sorry, apologize for the inconvenience. And why should they be? They're not even. It's not even a tourist place.
Yeah,
it's a temple.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're already really nice putting this out there and be like explaining them like, oh yeah, we're a really small place. We don't know how to take care. We don't have the facilities to take care of this many people.
Yeah.
Because we're just a temple, and our whole town only has 80,000 people.
Right.
I'm betting on so many people, like, because Chinese people are crazy. When they find something they're like obsessed with, they like.
Yeah. Especially tourists.
Yeah, they're like over there, and they're like saying sorry. We will do better, and then we will better greet you and
please.
Understand,
yeah. And then, so we have another video that actually shows what happens on the inside. So in that video, it basically shows you that the person holding the mic, that's one of the
workers.
The workers, yep. And then he basically said, take a picture and go. Basically because there's a lot of people waiting in line. And then he's like, what did he say? He said, don't stand at the door and take a picture.
Like blocking the whole way.
Yep. And then let's all cooperate with each other. And basically contain yourself, because
it's a Buddha temple.
The Buddha statue is looking at you. I mean, for a worker to say that in a temple is kind of. I mean, do we even need to say that in a temple or a church to respect the statues? Okay. Well, anyway. So we have this other video who actually explains it very clearly on. Well, just take a look for yourself.
你会对着佛祖喊差评吗？
因为咱们上面都吊上台阶，而且上去以后变得它本身占地面就很小，中间就上不去那么多人，所以只能说限流，然后让。
嗨，我说你醒醒，这是文保单位，不是演唱会。有一个网友说的对，你们在环球影城、迪士尼门口排长队排了好久好久，你屁都不敢放一个。你们去的是一个只有9万人口的贫困县，你知道什么是贫困县吗？你看不到吗？里边的人都已经很用心、很尽心的在做了，这里面比不上那些设施很完善的景点。小时候我们去的时候，头都不敢抬一下，就怕冲撞佛祖。你们现在看到的路、旅游区、景点区、休息区，当地人真的是在很努力的、用心的去招待好每一位来这儿的朋友。就像小朋友从口袋里边掏的那个水果糖，你可以不爱吃，你可以不接受，但那是他给你的全部的好吃的了。朋友，请你口下留点德，不要在佛祖面前出恶口。各位，给他一点时间吧。
So basically, what this person basically explains a whole lot of what's happening and the town or province that this temple is in. So he basically said, will you go into a temple or a church and yell, I'm gonna give you bad reviews?
Yeah, and then he gave the example of like going to Disneyland. Like
Yeah.
when we go to Disneyland, there's always a line. There's always a line. Like, will you complain about it? You know?
Exactly.
And Disneyland is a tourist spot already, and you still have to wait in line.
Yeah.
And this is a temple, and it's never had this many people before come here, and there's no facilities for it. And you're here yelling in front of like a Buddha statue, like bad review, bad review.
Yeah. And then another thing that I think is pretty important is that he actually pointed out that in the province that this temple is in, this is actually one of the poor province in China.
Yeah,
So
very
it's
poor.
not like Beijing or Shanghai
Yeah.
where all of the facilities are up to date. This
Yeah.
is a poor province, and I'm telling you, we're gonna insert some pictures here to show you the differences between a poor province and, let's say, Beijing.
Yeah, don't think that like we're in America, right? We're both in America, and when we think poor, we think, oh, maybe not too
Like
fancy.
we're like countryside
Yeah,
horses,
yeah, no, it's-
farms.
It's very different in China. The
Yeah.
poor in the wealthy city, it's like day and night.
Yeah.
Like everything it's so different. Like in provinces, like they don't even have toilets. Yeah.
And then he also kept saying it's a poor province, right? But then they're still doing their best to accommodate the tourists.
Yes.
Even if they're just a small town of 80,000 people, they are still trying to accommodate you. And one thing that he said really, really touched me was, or actually moved me, was that he was like, okay, like even if I give you a piece of candy, right? You might not like it, but
Yeah.
it's the best piece of candy that I have ever
It's
had.
the only piece of candy I have.
Like,
kind of,
yeah. And then like no matter what, like cherish it, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
because I'm trying to give you the best that I can.
Yeah.
And if you don't want it, then why are you here?
I mean, he also mentions like when he was younger, like when we go to temples,
Mhm.
like or church, like we don't even dare to lift our head and look directly at the
The
Buddha
statue.
or whatever. And
Yeah.
it's so humble and respectful. But then now here, like these people are just like no respect.
No respect at all.
No respect, and whether you believe in God or any kind of religion, yeah, you have no respect for the local people. You
Mhm.
have no respect for these ancient artifacts and these Buddha statues, and you are still complaining and you want to write a bad review about this place. Like,
Yeah.
what has this world become? It's like
Yeah.
crazy.
It is crazy.
I think it's just people's like morals or just level of respect has become so
Messed
low
up.
and messed up. Yeah, that's a word to use. Ancient stories or stuff. When people see Buddha statue, they really respect it.
Right. I
And
mean,
then-
it's like the same, for East and West. Like you go to a temple, you go to a church, you have to respect whatever that's being.
And you're humble there, and you're probably the most humble when you're in a church,
Yeah.
or in a temple,
Yeah.
and you want to, let God or whatever forgive your sins.
Yeah.
And then here you're just like bad mouthing this
Basically.
place.
Basically,
yeah, and
yeah.
bad mouthing these Buddha statues. It's just so much like regardless if you believe it or not, there's no respect at all, which is not good.
That's not good.
No good.
No good.
because I don't think you will respect people anyways like that, you know. And this is just Buddha statue. Plus, you know, like, I don't know, people are crazy. That you play a video game and then why do you want to go see this?
I mean, the video game was probably pretty good.
I mean,
It's really
I
good.
know it was so popular. Like,
I mean, I've seen the graphics of the video game.
yeah.
It's pretty good.
It is, right?
I
don't play any
haven't
games.
played it.
I don't play any games. I suck at playing games. I don't play.
Tell us if the Black WuKong game was good, and
Yeah, if
tell
you guys have
us,
played it.
and tell us what you would do if you were in a similar situation like this.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for today.
All right, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.